he's got to press the button. That's the only thing.
You going that way?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, come on, because we gotta start this shebang.
You can start.
Okay, I want to call the meeting to order. If everyone could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Gray.
Present.
Trustee Caprio.
Present.
Trustee Rogers. Trustee Suisse.
Present.
Trustee Pazmino.
Present.
Trustee Backel.
Present.
Mayor Yukich.
Present. Are there any amendments to the agenda? Okay. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of January 13th, 2021 Village Board meeting?
So moved.
Trustee Gray,
I'll second.
Trustee Suisse, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next, is there a motion to approve the minutes of January 27th, 2021 Village Board meeting?
I so move.
Trustee Caprio,
I'll second.
Trustee Backel. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Reports and communications from the mayor and other officers. The village is organizing a food drive for the month of March. A trailer will be placed in front of Village Hall on Monday, March 1st, through Friday, March 26th, to collect food for the Lockport Food Pantry. Monetary donations can also be made directly to the food pantry on their website at https://lockportfoodpantry.com. A list of the suggested items to donate can be found in the special events section of the village website. And thank you in advance for your generosity. And second, I would like to give kudos to our road district for taking care of the snow that's been falling down for the last couple weeks. There were some places where they just couldn't get to it fast enough, or they didn't have any place to push it anymore. But it seemed like all the residents are pretty much okay with what we've done, and I think they did an absolutely wonderful job, and I thank them very much. With that, we'll go to the trustees, and we will go with Trustee Gray.
No report tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Gray. Trustee Backel?
No reports, Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Caprio?
No report, Mayor.
Ooh, this is going to go quick. Trustee Suisse?
Believe it or not, no report, Mayor.
Wow.
Pressure's on, Ruben. I actually have a report. Okay.
All right, next, Trustee Pazmino.
Thank you, Mayor. I have nothing to report for any of my committees, but I would like to take the time to thank all those individuals who contributed and donated their time, goods, and funds to the TLC Animal Shelter and the Lockport Fish Food Pantry. The drive was a huge success, and it was very uplifting to see all of our residents and a lot of our businesses come together and participate in such a worthy cause. I'd like to commend our neighbors, Mark Gorin, John Waters, Jennifer Consolino, Rosie Ringdeers, and Dan Fialco for organizing this event. And I'd also like to commend Taza Restaurant, my staff at Ruby Agave, and the HTRO for helping collect the goods for this worthy cause. I'd also like to thank Mike Allen, the owner of Habano Cigars, for lending us his box truck in which we were able to deliver a full truck full of goods. And the bonus of the whole event was I got to hold puppies. So that's all I have, sir.
Okay, thank you, Trustee Pazmino. Next, we'll go to the village clerk.
The only thing I have to report to follow up on what Ruben said, the collection for the seniors, the Marion Village and Victorian Village, it was amazing. We had a lot of residents here helping out. We made over 500 bags. And what's the one subdivision that collected the other items?
Wedgwood Highlands for the wine.
Yes, they did an amazing job too. Thank you to Carlo, George, Brock, I think Beth was there as well, Sue and Amy for all helping out for delivering and putting those packages together. And then there was a few other residents there, Missy Shondaranda and Chancey Powell, who also participated. That's it. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Next would be village attorney.
No report, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Next, Lieutenant, you have anything for us? Nothing. Thank you. And then Carrie is down in Florida enjoying some weather, so we won't have a report from village. Do you have anything, Matt?
Nope.
Okay. So that makes that set. Okay, Joe, no public comment? Consent agenda. All matters listed under the consent agenda are considered routine by the village board and will be enacted by one motion. Is there a motion to approve the following items? 1, the accounts payable for the period of February 12th, 2021 through February 25th, 2021 in the amount of $485,800.42. Second, the treasurer's report of cash and investments for the period ending January 31st, 2021. Is there any discussion? I need a motion.
Also move.
Trustee Caprio,
I'll second.
Trustee Suisse, any discussion? Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Backel?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Pazmino?
Aye.
And Trustee Gray.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Next, legislation and action items. First one, ordinance number 21005. An ordinance determining the need for certain property and requesting the transfer thereof by the Homer Township Road District to the Village of Homer Glen. Is there a motion?
I so move.
I'll second.
Trustee Caprio, Trustee Bickel, discussion.
Mayor, can our village attorney explain that this is more of a, it's not a, this is more of a housekeeping ordinance, you know, just to set, if things happen, to set it in place? If
Absolutely.
you could explain that, please?
Sure. Thank you, trustee. Yeah, the ordinance that you have in front of you basically is, it takes the next step in the process toward the transfer. As you recall, we adopted the agreement, the village adopted the agreement between the two, and then in terms of actually effectuating the transfer, we have to make this request. We have to actually approve of the real estate transfer contract. The road district is going to have to take some action as well, and then ultimately we're going to have a closing on the property and the equipment. Obviously, we're looking to get that done by the end of March. So we don't want to have a situation where we're delayed, where we wait to do all this action after, like, a week before the end of March, and we're in a big rush to get it done. We're basically taking the necessary steps to keep moving this along so that we can achieve a closing by March 31st.
So this is just a preparation for the judgment in case that, you know, whether it goes through or not, this is just prepping for that March 9th date.
Exactly. What we're looking at is that the court proceeding is moving forward, and we anticipate, like I said from the very get-go, we anticipate that we're going to be successful, and once that happens, then we're going to be all set to move forward and actually have a closing on the equipment and the property. So.
Okay, and at the same token, we're working with New Lenox, Lockport, Lamont, and the township for the percentages that they will be receiving from the village for debts that are owed to them by a levy that shouldn't have been really put through. When they put a levy on for the township, the problem it runs into is it doesn't just involve the township. It involved New Lenox, it involved Lockport, it also involved Lamont, and Village of Homer Glen, and the township. So money was paid out and money is due back to them, and we're working on that now, getting all the numbers together so this way we can make everyone clean by the time this is done.
Yeah, and like you said, we're negotiating their share of the
Of
the stewardship, basically.
Correct.
We're in the process of negotiations with them right now. So, thank you for bringing that up, Mayor.
Mayor, can you clarify that? When you said township, you meant the road district levy, the road district was doing this to the Lamont, New Lenox, Lockport? It's
Correct.
the road district, okay.
Right.
Because you said the township, so people are
Well,
not confused.
All right, well, here's what it is for the levy that was put out there, it was for just the township is what he needed the money for. But the way it's set up for them to do a levy, they can't just do the township. They had to do Lamont, they had to do Lockport, they had to do New Lenox. So it brought it in to where they didn't really owe us some money on it. We had our other coming in, but it didn't work out that way. So that's nothing that the village had done. And it wasn't, I don't believe it was ever done to hurt anybody. It's just they have money coming back to them and we're going to work that out. Is there any other discussion on that one?
Just one cleanup item. The bill of sale just needs to correct the dates. It still says 2020 versus 2021.
And I would, yeah, obviously, this is also
We'll go
subject to
through
attorney
Yeah, I
review
just,
modification.
I was going through it and I noticed it. I just wanted to make sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Any other discussion? Madam Clerk, could you please call the roll?
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Trustee Pazmino?
Aye.
Trustee Gray?
Aye.
Trustee Backel?
Aye.
And?
Mayor Yukich?
Aye. Geez, am I invisible today? All right, next.
Doesn't get a vote.
Is there a motion to approve the proposed calendar of events and recreational programs for 2021?
I so move.
Trustee Suisse, and was that?
Second.
And Trustee Pazmino. Discussion?
You guys want to just get the,
You just give a rundown of what everything is going to be? Because we do plan on doing all that.
Sure, we're here to answer any questions, but just to give a brief overview, there's been an increased demand for special events and programs, and it's been proven every time that we have an event where thousands, hundreds of people, it exceeds expectations every time. So we wanted to continue that growth. We wanted to do that in 2020. We had come to the board with the sponsorship program and a calendar of events in late 2019 with the envision that 2020 would be our big debut in events, but obviously that was a little sidetracked by COVID-19. So we're trying that again. So we've offered this full menu of events for 2021. We broke it down into some different categories. We have events in a partnership with the Forest Preserve of Will County, as well as recreational programs that are fee-based or not annual events. They're kind of smaller attendance, as well as our traditional special events, and also our 20th anniversary celebration, which a postcard has been included in the packet that we hope to mail in the next few weeks to kind of invite all of the residents out to celebrate the village's 20th anniversary.
Okay, thank you. And then Trustee Backel, you had talked about getting together with some others on the special events end of it.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I'm very proud and pleased to have worked to help form this new subcommittee. It's truly a compassionate program that shows the heart of Homer Glen. It will coordinate with not just Parks and Rec, but every committee. And I see new initiatives and recommendations to the Public Safety Committee coming from this new Special Needs Committee, along with recommendations to every committee. And this will be a great new addition to the village.
Okay. Anything else?
We were
Christine, you have? Huh?
I think Trustee Backel may have been speaking about the piece that's under new business.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at new business. Were you talking about old business?
We're still on K.
I'm sorry.
On
I jumped the gun.
I-2.
Yeah, I-2 right now.
Oh,
is-
okay.
is
I'm sorry. We're
For the
next.
calendar of special events.
Okay.
And I figured that's a perfect time to bring this in for the rest of it too, but
Well,
you've already explained it out.
Okay.
That's okay too.
okay. Thank you.
All right.
I just have a comment, Mayor. Thank you. I'm glad you reached out to the Forest Preserve for some of their programs, which I see on the listing on the calendar, which is more for the environment events, which is really nice. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you
Nice.
guys did a great job on all of this. You keep expanding all of our offerings year after year, and they all seem to be spot on. They seem to hit with a large amount of the residents, and, you know, we hear nothing but great reviews of all of them, so congratulations to all of you guys for putting this together.
Yeah, and I have to say the same. I saw the Park and Rec's agenda, so I had gotten a preview of this along with ours, and really just the planning. It's a yeoman's effort to be able to plan all this stuff and get it right. And I tried to find any little thing that was off and couldn't find a thing. So all dates look great. The events look great. I appreciate and applaud everything you guys do. Thank you.
Ladies, I'd like to say that it's a big gamble to do some of these unique programs. A lot of people don't have the gusto to do it, and you're pulling it off beautifully. So kudos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Mayor, I'd like to ask just one other question. It said in here that the Parks and Rec was going to meet on this on Monday. Was there any additional input from Parks and Rec, or?
We received some comments about specific events, some recommendations for how to do the market in the Glen and some other items, but generally there was really positive reception. They unanimously recommended approval. I don't know if Trustee Pesmino wants to add
We
anything.
loved everything on the
The whole roster?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Especially the food truck part.
And then if Amy could explain why the second handout she gave us tonight, do you have any? Do you want us to decide on one of those?
You will have seen in the packet the draft of a design for a postcard to go out to all the residents. And Trustee Gray spoke with me earlier of the meeting and asked if I could somehow incorporate the seal into the postcard. And we thought that was a nice tie-in, considering this is the 20th anniversary, and you know, a little bit of the old and a little bit of the new for the celebration. So that second thing that I had given you today has the seal in gold behind the 20th.
Well, I think you need to, you can't, I didn't notice it until you mentioned it now, so it's very, I don't know.
Yeah, I can.
Maybe you have to have more of the green color to have it stand out, because it blends in way too much.
I can tweak it. This is a draft.
Yeah.
But if you like that idea, I can continue to work on that.
Yeah, because I think maybe the 20th, I mean, it's overpowering the number.
Okay. Good work, though.
Yeah, I
Thank
think it looks
Thank you.
really good. I like it is meant to be subtle in the back. That was what I discussed with Amy. I mean, it's obviously Amy's project, and I'm not going to get in the way of that, but I think it does lend something to that, looking at the first draft that was in the packet, so I think you're on the right track, so.
Okay, now we're just going to look for dates on it, too. It's just a piece of paper saying 20th anniversary.
The backside.
I know there's backups there.
Oh, yeah, it's included in there, the dates.
It's in the backup.
It's on the second page.
It's on the screen now, too.
Yep. Okay, any other discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Pesmino?
Aye.
Trustee Gray?
Aye.
Trustee Backel?
Aye.
Trustee Suisse?
Aye.
Trustee Caprio?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next, is there any old business?
I just have one thing, Mayor, if I can just add. In my report earlier, I forgot one resident that I wanted to mention, Maureen Diagardo. I think that's how you say her last name, but she really helped out as well. I just didn't want to exclude her from the thanks, so.
Not a problem. Sometimes it is hard to remember everyone that was there. That was a little hectic. Okay. So under new business, motion to direct staff to prepare an ordinance establishing Parks and Recreation Subcommittee focused on improving facilities and recreational offerings for the special needs community. So I see we have Nicole Lahau there too, and she's going to be involved in this too, so we're happy to have you help out.
So I spoke early, but I'd like to say this. So thank you, Mayor. And thank you, Nicole, for being here today. I'm very proud and pleased to have worked to help form this new subcommittee with others. And it's truly a compassionate program that shows the heart of Homer Glen. It will coordinate not just with Park and Rec, but also with every other committee. And I do see room for new initiatives and recommendations to the Public Safety Committee, coming from this new Special Needs Committee, along with recommendations to every other committee. And I believe this will be a great new addition to the village.
I think so too, and it's well-deserved.
Yes, sir.
So Brock, are you making the motion?
Yes, and I would like to make a motion for approval.
I'll second
Okay.
that motion.
All right.
Can I speak to on behalf of that?
Yes, you can.
I'm just very thankful to all of you guys who are putting this committee together. It means a lot. Like Nikki's out there, it really does mean a lot to both of us, parents with special needs children. I think it's a long time overdue, and I'm very excited to take this committee to a new level. Thank you guys.
I'd like to add one thing too. So for several years, we've been, with the Homerfest, we've had a special needs day. And so it's been a really important part of Homerfest. And, you know, we'd love to grow that special needs day even more. So I think this subcommittee will help that. You know, we have lone soldiers out there trying to help us get that special needs day communicated to the community. And it's a challenge for our committee in a lot of areas to get things done and have volunteers. So I think this is going to add a whole new element in future festivals and future village events to allow us to get people who are willing to give their time to be able to get participation. And I think we'll put a lot of smiles on a lot of faces, so.
Yeah, I agree. All right, is there anything else? We've already done the motion, so all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next one is going to be, is there a motion to adjourn?
I so motion.
Brock
I'll second.
and Sharon. Okay, all in favor?
Oh my God, 20.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries, and thank you everyone for coming out.
Almost lost it.
This is a new record.
No,
No, we've done some.
we had
I
a
think it was
I thought we had a 7 minute.
Oh, my goodness.
Something.
Yeah, sorry, I was just getting you that page because you never motioned.
Well, yeah, he was going off of what the first one.
I know.
Was. So it even threw me. It even threw me.
So I'll send you an email of it. Basically, they said, hey, we're gonna file this new thing.
Perfect. No, that's it. Thanks, Jim.
So, Judge, we wanted to suspend this previous